1. Be there now. What is this memory? Where are you? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? What do you imagine?
I don't see anything.
Okay. Well, you don't see anything when you're looking out through the back of your eyes. So we're going to go to a memory. So I'd like for you now to see yourself in front of your house. And I'd like for you to tell me what the front of your house looks like. How do you describe this place?
It's like a Swazi hut, like a beehive.
Yes. What else?
I believe that I'm in Swaziland. It's like I'm in Swaziland.
In Swaziland? Tell me more.
And I'm a male, youngish male.
Yes.
Swazi male.
Look down at your feet. Tell me what your feet look like.
They're dark brown. I'm barefoot.
Take a look at your legs, your clothing. What are you wearing?
Wearing the traditional Swazi loincloth with... I have a shield that's made out of dried buck or deer, as you call them, and some spears.
Where are you wearing this? Are you wearing the shield or holding it?
I'm holding it. I am familiar with this past life. I've been shown this before.
Okay, well, I want to get your analytical mind out of the way. I don't want you to describe it. I want you to just tell me what's happening. So allow your analytical mind to just step behind. And I want you to just be in that moment. Where is it that you are on this day in Swaziland?
I'm just getting ready to go to battle.
Go to battle, very good. Now I want you to listen for your name. What do they call you? What comes to mind? Listen to see if somebody calls you.
I've got my analytical mind playing games with me.
All right, you could just put it behind the wall or a door. So let's find out a little bit about what you're doing there. You say you're going into battle. Are you by yourself or are others with you?
I'm standing outside the front of my home saying my farewells to the family, and I'm about to join and lead the battle.
So take a look at your family members. How many do you see?
I have a wife and several children. It's four children.
So the eyes of the window to the soul, I'd like for you to look into the eyes of your family and see if you see any eyes that are now in the lifetime of Sherry. Do they seem familiar, these souls?
Get the feeling that my wife is my sister, MJ. So look at my children.
Do they seem familiar to you?
One of my children is my daughter, Susie.
And
not the other three aren't.
Very good. All right. So let's find out what happens next. I'd like for you to close this scene and move on to the next important scene. When you've left your family, be there now. Where are you?
I'm above my body, looking down, and I've been killed in battle. And all my tribe are killed. killed. There's all massive bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few left.
Tell me more.
All groaning, lying. I'm looking down from above.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost this battle against another tribe. And I feel very sick. I feel like I've let them down.
Mm-hmm. Where do you go next? What do you do?
Go back to the light.
All right, let's see what happens when you go back to the light. Is there anyone that meets you there?
See Archangel Michael there?
Mm-hmm.
His spirit guide. That is the same spirit guide that I have now.
Mm-hmm. What does he say to you when you return back to the light?
That it's not my fault that this battle was lost. And that this was a contract.
Mm-hmm. What was the contract that you needed to fulfill?
Was each and every one of the people in the tribe who were there, we all wished to experience what it would feel like to engage in that battle.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that you can't always come out being the leader, but to know that at the end of it that there's still love.
Mm-hmm. How is this lifetime affecting the lifetime of Sherry?
She has very little self-worth and self-value.
Mm-hmm.
She's connected very strongly from her heart, and she works from her heart endlessly and tirelessly for others. But she beats herself up. She's very hard on herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she carries that loss. This was a long time ago, this lifetime, in time frame, and she's carrying that loss.
Does she need to carry that loss any longer now, knowing that it was a contract, an experience that she needed to fulfill?
No, she could let it go.
All right. So let's see how it is that that lifetime is being connected to her. Where is she holding that lifetime?
It's like this strange feeling that that shield has something where she puts a shield up to protect herself from attacks and things, but constantly feels that she's not worthy to have anything better or to be loved or be safe. It's the complete and utter loss that she had, letting her whole tribe down, has stayed with her.
All right, so we're going to do something now. I'd like for you to go ahead and organize a meeting of all of those souls that died in that battle. And I'd like for you now to meet with all of those souls. And as you, a leader of all of these tribal members, what are you feeling from the others? Do they hold you accountable?
No.
What do they tell you?
They're excited to see me like this. It's surprised.
Have you been keeping yourself away from them?
Yes. So they're happy to see me and they're excited.
So what is the reason why you didn't confront them before? What did you feel?
Shame. Dishonor. Disappointment. I let them down.
So I'd like for you to face them now. Do we need to keep a shield up of all that shame?
No.
No. Go ahead and take down that shield.
I have so much love for them.
So as you take down that shield, it'll open up your heart to connect with them. Feel their love.
They love me too.
So now knowing that all of this time, that the soul was carrying this shield, feeling shame, feeling that you dishonored them, can we let that go?
Yeah.
Can you forgive yourself for all of this time you've been carrying this?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to help you with this. I want you to just feel that shame that you've been carrying in your heart, and I want you to go ahead and give me all of that you've been carrying. Give it to me. Release it. And tell me as it comes out, what are the emotions that are coming out?
It's still coming up. So unworthy.
Feel that unworthiness coming out.
Lacking.
Feel that
failure.
Feel it coming out.
So disappointed in myself and letting myself and them down.
Feel that out and taking it out.
Pain, so much pain. And my throat, can feel my throat chakra blocking up.
Let's pull out all of that shame in yourself, now knowing that what happened was your perception and not the reality of what the others experienced. Feel their love. And tell me when I have all of this. Tell me when I have all of that from your heart.
You have all of it.
All right, let's take it and send it to the universe for healing. And now, instead of all of that shame and feeling that you've let them down, what would you like to put in your heart instead?
Forgiveness.
Let's put a lot of forgiveness, because when you forgive yourself, you can feel that joy.
And love. And peace.
Allow that flowing through you. What color is that love?
Bright pink. Pink light.
Feel that pink light. As it flows into your heart, feel it pumping into every cell of your body.
It's beautiful.
And what color is that joy?
Yellow. Golden yellow.
Yes, so feel that yellow mixing in with the pink, expanding it even more. Very good. And is forgiveness necessary anymore with all of this love and joy? No, very good. Very good. And let's put it into your mind too. Very good. So now let's take a look at why the throat is being closed up. What is it that you needed to say?
I'm sorry.
What do they say back?
You don't need to be sorry.
So are you ready to tear down that blockage?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that now. Open it up. There's no reason to hide behind shame or feeling sorry when there was nothing to be sorry about. You fulfilled your contract for all of you to experience that loss. And as we do that, I'd like for you to look now at Archangel Michael and your tribesmen and tell me what you feel.
Feel there's light and healing for all.
Very good.
Set us all free.
Yes. And as it is set free, how is it that this life of this man from Swaziland, how did it affect the physicality of the one named Sherry? Was she holding on to any pain or discomfort from that life?
Yeah, she's carried that warrior mentality in with her. She had the strength of a warrior and the courage of a warrior. But living in the life of Sherry, she doesn't need to be battling everything, and she still feels she needs to battle.
What happens when she battles? How does that affect her body?
Makes her sick, uses up good energy, turns it bad.
So let's go through her body now and see where she is holding on to this energy that's not flowing.
And in the left mandibular gland, that blockage.
All right, so let's focus in on that gland. And I'd like for you to tell me, in that gland, does that discomfort, does that blockage have a color?
It's brownish.
Brownish, very good.
Reddish colour. More brown than red.
And does it have a texture?
Granularly.
Granularly, okay. So I'd like for you to just allow yourself to get very, very tiny and slip yourself inside of that gland. And tell me what's going on in there. Perhaps you'll see some emotions flowing through all of that. Some words. What's in
Life
there?
didn't taste too good or didn't feel sweet enough.
Life wasn't sweet enough.
Had a bitter taste in my mouth, which was very foreign to me because I was always bubbly, happy, sunshiny person. And as life got harder and harder, I crystallized. I think it's crystals.
So why is it that Sherry is keeping all of these souvenirs of all of this nasty stuff inside her glands?
She's silly.
Does she need to keep that in
No,
there?
she knows better on the, like her inner knowing. But she knows she can heal herself.
All right. So what can she use to dissolve all of these souvenirs that she's been carrying all this time?
She can do some meditations with it, but would be...
What can we do right now?
We can work on that.
All right. So what could Sherry use in order to clean out this gland? She can use light, she can use water, she can use anything.
It's a blue flame of light of the healing hierarchy that she works on there.
All right.
Happy to help her now.
So let's bring in that blue flame of light, and as like a torch, begin to torch that area with love. And what happens to this crystal?
It turns to soggy mush.
Very
soft.
So let's use something to clean out. That's
flush it out with crystal water.
Very good. Let's do that.
Oh, it's all running away.
Very good.
So quickly.
But we need to use something to line that area. It's been irritated for a long time. What color can we use? Almost as if it was a balsam.
Beautiful green healing light.
Very good. Let's bring that in. Almost as if it was an ointment, just coating that gland, so that in the future, if she decides to put anything else that is not very sweet, it'll just slip right out. Let's make it very slippery, almost like a
slimy,
like a slimy
but
aloe
it's sticky.
green.
It's staying there, but it's slippery.
Very good. Very good. So tell me when that's finished.
That's done.
Very good. So let's take a look at the rest of the body and see what else has been affecting her body from this lifetime as this warrior with all of this.
Not releasing. And it's down in the colorectal area.
What's going on down there? Take a look and see. Allow yourself to get teeny weeny once again.
Maybe a bit of a blockage down there. Just tightening.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and put on your helmet with a light, and let's go exploring and see where this blockage is. Go ahead and flow through this area and see what it looks like. What is this blockage all about?
About releasing and letting go. Got so much. She holds on to so much that she doesn't need to.
What are the stuff that she's holding on to? Let's take a look and see. It may come up as words or emotions or feelings. What's she holding down there?
Emotional baggage. Painful trauma from her lifetime that's been pretty hard.
Why is she using this to dam up her colon? Why would she create a blockage there with all of this stuff? Why is she holding on to it?
She was just too busy. Her life was just crazy busy. She didn't ever stop to give herself time.
All right. So let's take a look at the major thing that is blocking her. Look down there and let's see, what is the main trauma that is blocking up that area? We're going to go ahead and count from 5 to 1. I want you to be at that moment. Take a deep breath in now. 5. Going through time and space. Finding that moment in time that was so traumatic. 4. 3. Allow the images and the moments to come. 2. And 1. Be there now. Where are you?
I'm in my family home.
How old are you?
In Sydney. I'm 42, and it's the end of my marriage in this lifetime. And it's the trauma of knowing after all the years of trying so hard. Trying so hard. To make it work, and knowing that I couldn't go on anymore. I feel like I've let my ex-husband down and let my children down.
All right. So let's find out something about this moment in time. We're going to pause that moment. And we're going to go back to the time in which you created a contract with him and your children. I'm going to count this time back from 5 back to 1. With each number, I want you to get younger and younger until you're on the other side once again, planning out this marriage. Begin now by taking a deep breath in. 5, getting younger and younger. 3, going through the memories, seeing yourself just going backwards. 3, getting even younger. 2, you're inside your mom now. And 1, no body, simply spirit. I'd like for you to connect once again to that powerful source, that light, and find your way with your guide to the planning phase of this marriage, of this lifetime. What do you notice?
We're really good friends on the other side. Best of friends. We've done many lifetimes together in different roles. And she likes to take on really hard challenges because this one's been coming to Earth for a very long time. So she knows that she has the strength to do them all. But it's when she's there, she has the difficulty of executing it. But the contract is very clear that they would do this, and there's no hard feelings. There's still so much love between them. It's just the humanness, the aspect of the humanness and her disappointment and pain.
Same as the warrior, isn't it?
Yeah, the failure.
So it's almost the same thing. She failed her tribe, and now she's feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
Does she need to continue through life thinking of herself as being a failure like this?
No.
No.
She does this with all of these things. It's with her children. She feels a failure, and she feels a failure in her workplace at times with those relationships she struggles with, and with her mother and her sisters. And so all the significant people where she's had what she would consider challenges, They've been contracted agreements, and what she sees as a failure and letting down of herself and others. It's all about her learning to expand her heart, and she knows so much about working from the heart, and she wants to work from the heart so much. Her intention is always good, but it's her lessons that she's come to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to be kinder to herself about it.
So what can she do now in this lifetime where she has accumulated so much blockage about not being able to let go of feeling guilty?
Yes, just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Just pour love on it. Just let it go.
All right, so what can we use to flush out all of that past that no longer serves her? Take a look at her body.
It's a few places.
Mm-hmm.
I think even that some area she worries a lot about, the right breast
Mm-hmm.
and the lymphatic area. That too.
Is it all the same thing?
Yeah, she's holding on to a lot of pain and trauma and feeling disconnected from her heart and her ability to love and to show the love the way she wants the love to be perceived. But she loves so deeply and so greatly, and it's there for everybody, but she doesn't feel that they see it the way it's intended.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that if she needs to just let go and flush it out.
All right. What would be good for her to flush all of this out?
Got a big, huge vat of, like a bucket that's the size of a vat,
Mm-hmm.
full of beautiful golden treacle sort of light.
All right.
It's sticky, it'll take it all out. We start from the top of the head and flush through the whole body and take it all.
Go ahead and begin that now.
Going all the way through. All the different organs, the whole body, all the limbs. That's such a comforting feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Just working on removing it all. It's not clearing the head stuff, but it's clearing the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. We'll work on that head in a moment.
And her liver, it's not quite clearing the liver. The pancreas, lack of sweetness, but it's clearing the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that relates to that lifetime and this lifetime's issues.
Tell me when it's done.
It's done.
Very good. So now that her blockage is gone, take a good look and see. How does it look? Very good. So you noticed something in the head. What's going on with her head? She said she has memory loss. She feels a little foggy. What's going on there? Let's focus in.
There's stuff she doesn't want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she feels like it's too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Life gets too hard for her. And she's quite an intellectual person, but she's so grounded with the balance of her spiritual side, but doesn't always take care of herself, giving herself enough nurturing and time.
Mm-hmm. What do you suggest?
Her head's just full of stuff and
Okay. So we're going to do some cleaning
some
up.
confusion even.
Yes, let's clean up. It's almost like when you have a room that is cluttered with so much stuff. We're going to find out what kind of trinkets she has stored in there, what things are just taking up too much space, gathering dust, making her feel like it's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her guide to accompany her on this journey so she can go together. And I'm going to count from 5 to 1 with each number. I want you to go closer and closer to see what is the major thing that is accumulating so much space in her head. Begin now with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. Where are you?
I feel as if I'm in a place where I've lost everything.
Mm-hmm. What is this place?
This is a past life.
Mm-hmm. Tell me where you are. Indoors or outdoors?
I'm outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Are you male or female?
I'm female.
How old do you feel?
Oh, I'm a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
So
The number will come up on your head. What number is that?
67.
Very good. Look at the way you're dressed.
I was sort of layered with lots of layers of scarves and clothing, and
Why are you holding all of that on top of you?
I've lost so much in my life
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like I have to layer up and hold on to these things.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I lose and don't have anything.
Let's find out a little bit about what it is that you've lost. I'd like for you to go, closing the scene, go back in time and see what your life looked like before you lost it. Be there now.
I was a young child
Mm-hmm.
with natural psychic abilities and intuition and healing.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
Excuse me. I was living in a family that I was much loved. I was close to my mother and valued. At a very young age, I started to do healing on people. And at a young age, they turned against me. The village didn't value or appreciate that ability, and they thought that was evil.
Mm-hmm.
So I was driven out from a very young age and lived a life in poverty out in the mountains, just gathering bits of rags and things that I'd find, living off the land. But it's a place that's quite cold and barren.
So I'd like for you to just skip forward to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Where are you?
Lying out on a desert.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a desert, it's just scrub, really.
Mm-hmm.
Dry scrub on a rock face. And just dying slowly of natural causes.
Mm-hmm. What's going through your mind about your life?
I don't feel like I wasted any of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was comfortable being socially isolated, comfortable with myself, and I'm ready to go. I'm happy I'm going.
Very good. So,
I'm not afraid.
very good. So just let go. Take your last breath in that lifetime, and as you release that spirit from that body, you can see things from a very much wider perspective. What was the reason for that lifetime? What were you learning there?
All I can see was that she had the prospects of doing healing and going somewhere else and trying somewhere where there would be a different tribe who might have accepted it. But she had fear that people would kill her or reject her again, so she just spent that time wasted just living it out on her own. But she can see now too that it wasn't really wasted, because she was very connected to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to nature, the plants, and she learned a lot in that lifetime. That's stuff that she strangely uses a lot in this lifetime. She telepathizes with the plants and the trees and the flowers and the animals, and even acknowledging the rock formations and whatever life there is that has consciousness. She's all of life that has consciousness she's connected with, and that's something she learned in that lifetime and has been able to bring that through.
So how is that lifetime affecting the lifetime of Sherry? Why the blockage?
She needed to let that go. She needed to know that she doesn't have to carry that burden on her shoulders layered up like that anymore, because she's now in a safer life. In this reality, time-space reality, she is safe to actually stand in her power and her knowledge and wisdom and actually utilize all these wonderful things that she's learned.
But she still has that fear of losing everything.
Yeah.
Losing her home, being out on the streets once again. Does she need to carry this fear any longer now, knowing that it came from that?
No, she doesn't.
So what do you tell her about the fact that she had to let go of the home that she thought she would have, of the family, the marriage?
Everything is transient. Nothing stays forever other than your soul and the divine consciousness and the light and the love. All of this comes and goes in a blink, and you don't need to worry at all, because as you've always known on a deeper level, you're always taken care of. There is much love for you, and you can let that go and know all will be well. And you will have abilities and opportunities to work towards that will make things much more comfortable and happier for you.
Very good. So let's take a look at her head and see how we can clear up all of these connections with that life. Where is she storing all of that?
It's like spider's web almost. It's so sticky. It's a fine network over everything. The whole head hurts.
So can we begin to clear that now? What can we use to clear all of that sticky web-like stuff from her mind?
To pull it out.
All right. So go ahead and begin to pull that web out. Don't leave anything in. And once that web is pulled out, I'd like for you to find a place that you can perhaps burn that web. Maybe once again using that blue flame.
Yeah, that's good.
And tell me what it looks like now.
It's empty and clear.
Very good. But once we empty a space, we need to fill it with something that would help her be a little bit more open and...
I have three things. Clarity.
Clarity.
Focus. And efficiency.
All right. So what color is clarity?
Purple.
All right. So feel that clarity coming in as purple light, filling that space. Feel it clearing away anything.
It's lovely.
Very good. What color is focus?
Blue.
Beautiful. So let's bring some razor sharp focus with the color of blue, filling that space, transforming it. Tell me when that's done.
That's done.
Very good. What about efficiency? What color is that?
Red, funnily enough.
Wonderful. So let's bring in that beautiful red color, knowing that with that clarity and focus, she will be efficient. So spread that out. And if we need to send any of these lights into the rest of the body so that the rest of the cells can work with the same.
Shower the whole body.
Yes, let's pull out that purple, blue, and red, and let's just allow it to flow.
Shower.
And I'd like for you to ride some intention on that, knowing that this clarity, focus, and efficiency will be used for the cells to begin to multiply in a very healthy way, so that she will be clear-headed, healthy, strong, and loving. And tell me how that is affecting the rest of the body.
I can feel it tingling.
Very good.
I'm not quite finished yet.
And as we get to the areas of the kidney, I'd like for you to just send some extra clarity into that. And then fill them with red so that they could be efficient in releasing anything that she has in her body.
I still have a strange sense of fogginess at the top of my spine and the base of my skull.
So let's find out what that fogginess is. Is that fogginess that she placed there, or is it attached to her? What is that fogginess? Focus in on it and see what shines out of it. What is the fogginess?
It's like a dark spot.
Like a dark spot, okay.
Up at the top of the spine and the base of the skull.
So I'd like for you to just go deeper into that spot. And let's find the origin of how it was created. As you travel through time and space, let's go back to the origin. What comes up? What is that spot? Is there a word that comes from there? Is it a face?
It's an attachment.
An attachment,
feels like it.
All right.
Something that's not part of me.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and allow me to bring that spot, that energy up. Up, 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 up. And I'd like for you to go ahead and give this energy your voice and your mouth. Good morning.
Morning.
Are you the energy in her spine?
Yes.
Yes. Are you male or female?
Male.
Male. What may I call you? What is your name?
Howard.
Howard. How old are you?
41.
41. And what year is it for you, Howard?
1936.
1936. Thank you very much, Howard. Howard, why is it that you are there with Sherry? Do you know her?
Oh, not really, but I came across her in her childhood in that house.
What was happening in that house that attracted you to her?
Oh, she had light energy.
Light energy. Were you looking for the light, Howard?
Yes, I've been left behind.
What happened to your body, Howard?
I died.
In what way? Look at the last day of your life. What happened to you?
In an accident, a horse accident.
Horse accident. What part of your body was injured in that accident?
My spine, my neck.
Your neck. So, are you causing Sherry any discomfort in her neck?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Her whole spine is messed.
Her whole spine?
Yes, I do that.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to me, Howard, that this is what you were looking for when you came to this healer, was it?
Mm-mm.
No. Why is it, Howard, that you did not go to the light when you fell off that horse?
I didn't know.
You didn't know. Would you like to help me? Help me take you to the light?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But first, I'd like for you to just look within you, Howard. Look within you, and you're going to find a little spark of light.
Mm.
Tell me when you find it.
Yeah.
Yes. Now expand that light. And tell me what it feels like to expand that light.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Is this the light that you were looking in Sherry?
Yeah.
Yes. You had your own light all this time.
I didn't know.
So I'd like for you to just engulf yourself in that light. This is the light from Source, from your Creator. And with this light, you're able to transform anything within your own field. I'd like for you, Howard, to go back in time and see that body of yours that fell off that horse and shine that light on that body and tell me what happens.
I heal it.
How does that feel?
Good.
Very good. So now that your body is healed and you understand that you have the light to go to, what would you like to say to Sherry, causing her all this pain all this time?
I'm sorry.
Take a deep breath in. Sherry, do you forgive this soul for not knowing any better?
Yes.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go within your body and begin to release all of the cords that are attached from Howard. Begin to remove them now. Disconnect them.
They're popping off like they're stuck with tentacles on them.
Very good. Don't leave anything on there.
Okay, I just need some time.
And tell me when they're all disconnected.
Having some difficulty.
So let's call in one of your guides. Who would you like to call in to assist you?
I think Archangel Michael
All
would
right.
be good.
So let's bring Archangel Michael. He has that blue flame sword. And let's very quickly just slice through
Yeah, that's it.
all
It's
of those
taking them.
cords.
It's all good.
Very good. So Howard, now that you have been disconnected from this body, I'd like for you to find your own guide who's been waiting for you and tell me when you see this guide.
Yes, I see my guide.
What does your guide tell you, Howard?
Come.
All right.
The light.
Very good. May the light of the universe always accompany you, Howard. Thank you very much. And now,
Thank you.
very good. Now let's take a look.
Alba.
Thank you. Let's take a look at that spine. And let's put some beautiful...
So broken. It was so broken.
Let's put in some light.
It's got a lot of work to do, so
right.
it needs to be strong.
All right, so we're going to use something that is very similar to what the Japanese use to mend broken ceramic, beautiful things, cups and plates. We're going to use a beautiful reinforcing golden light. And that golden light, not only will it seal it, but will reinforce it and make it stronger. So go ahead and begin to place that beautiful golden light, sealing and fortifying all of those things that were cracked. And since gold, when you flow it through, is very malleable, you can put your spine in the right order and form it in the way in which a warrior would have the spine nice and strong.
Strong and supportive.
Very good. And tell me
Still
when
just busy for a minute.
Tell me when that's done.
Oh, it's interesting. It's realigning the hips and the knees and the feet
Beautiful.
and the shoulders. It's all where the pain goes. It's all been off balance. Putting it back, even working on the curvature of her spine. It feels better, thank you.
Very good. And as we go through the entire body, let's see if there's any others that have been attracted to her, this brilliant light. How does the rest of the body look?
It feels as if something's doesn't want to talk. Down at my left foot.
Left foot, all right. So if they don't want to talk, we're going to wake them up. Which one is it, the left or the right foot?
Left.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and shake them out. Shake them out. Go ahead and bring that energy up, 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 all the way up, all the way up. You there.
Yep.
Are you male or female?
Female.
Female. What is your name, please?
Jessica.
Jessica, why were you hiding in her foot?
Because this feels good.
It feels good. Jessica, how old are you?
8.
8. What year is it for you, Jessica?
1973.
And Jessica, what happened to your body?
I died. I was really sick.
You were sick. So after you left that body, where did you go, Jessica?
I just stayed around there.
How did you find Sherry?
She moved into the house a few years ago. And I liked her energy, so I just sit with her.
Now, have you been trying to connect with her in any other way?
No, just really living
Living with her?
Living alongside, enjoying the energy.
Now, let me ask you something, Jessica. Why is it that you did not go to the light when that little body died?
I thought I had to stay around. I was worried about my mum.
You were worried about your mom? But you see, by living with Sherry, you're not going to be able to be with your mum.
Yeah.
Would you like to be with her again?
Yeah.
All right, but to do that, we need to go to the light for that. Are you ready now to let go?
Yeah.
All right. So before we do that, I'd like for you, Jessica, to look for your guide. Your guide has always been there for you.
Yeah.
What does your guide tell you?
She tells me it's time. Time to return back home.
Okay. Are you willing to go with your guide now?
Yeah.
All right. So before that, we need to detach you from her foot. How are you holding on to her?
It's the one causing her cramps. I would just do that at times when she was having a good sleep, would wake her up.
Okay. Did you want to play with her? Is that it?
Yeah. I was lonely.
You were lonely. Well, you're not going to be lonely now, Jessica. So we're going to call in Archangel Michael once again, and he's going to be able to cut away from that connection. And I'd like for you to go ahead and see what your guide is showing you. What does your guide show you?
Shows me the light in me.
Very good.
There's light inside me too. And that I belong back with the light.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and say goodbye to Sherry.
Bye, Sherry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Sherry, can you forgive Jessica for not knowing any better? Very good. Send her your love.
I see you.
And now, Jessica, I'd like for you to go ahead and go to that light and tell me who you see at the end of that light.
Oh, my family. It's my mum, my dad, my brothers.
Very good. May the light of the universe accompany you, Jessica. Thank you so much. And now, I'd like for you to go ahead and fill that space with something beautiful. What would you like to fill that space with?
Steadfastness and strength.
What color is steadfastness?
I think I'll give that orange.
Very good. So let's begin to flow that orange steadfastness into your feet so that you can move forward in your life. Now, learning new things. feeling empowered. Fill it with orange.
Yeah.
And what color is strength?
I see different colours for strength. I see green and blue.
Green and blue.
Yeah, almost can merge it as a greeny blue.
Almost like the color of a peacock.
Yeah.
Both colors, very good. So go ahead and fill that space with that green and blue combination. Fortifying your feet so that you can move forward in life.
Yeah, balance.
Very good.
Balance.
And tell me when you're done with that.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Very good. So take another quick look at the body and see if there's anything else that we need to take care of.
Oh, that looks good now.
Looks good. So now that the body is taken care of, she had a lot of questions about things that she's experienced in the past. For example, that dark energy in her room, and one which makes her afraid. What is that? Let's begin to shine a light in those places where she has been. And with the light of Source, let's light up what this darkness is. What is that dark energy in her room?
I see a nation of dark warriors.
Dark warriors? Where are
going
they?
off to a war. Really bad energy.
Why are they there?
I don't know. Just huge, a lot of them. Sort of lined up on horseback and scary.
All right, so now that Sherry has all of that clarity, all of that focus, efficiency, steadfastness, and strength, let's build her up. And let's face these warriors on horseback. I'd like for you to show Sherry her true size in spirit.
Oh, it's so big. It's so big, it goes so high in the sky. It's almost, I'd say it's endless. It just doesn't stop, it flows. It's part of the light.
So with this size now, look at those dark warriors.
It makes them very small. And quite insignificant, really.
How do they react to her now in her true size?
Shielding from the light with their elbows and their shields. They don't like it. It's hurting their eyes.
So go ahead and send out that light even more.
Yeah.
Expand it, explode that light out.
Dissolving them.
Very good.
Really quickly.
Very good.
Yeah, they've gone.
Very good. So in the future, when she is confronted once again with anything that feels fearful, what do you recommend?
The same. Use the light and blow them away with light.
Very good.
And love.
Very good.
That way it doesn't harm them. If they're not ready to come to the light themselves, at least you've sent the love.
Yes. Now, she's told me that in the past she has had sleep paralysis where she felt something climbing inside of her. Was these one of these warriors? Or something else?
It was a dark force that was wanting to walk in and take over her body.
Is that possible?
Yeah. But she didn't let them.
Okay.
They were different times of her life and different beings, but really, really dark side. The last one that happened a few years ago was really bad, most of all. The worst of them all. It's because they didn't have a body. They wanted to use her body, and their darkness was so strong that they thought they'd be able to climb in, but her light's stronger. And her sense of knowing, thank goodness, was better.
And we know that she had someone talking to her, wanting her to take the pills. Who was that?
Yeah, that was an attachment too.
What happened to that attachment? Did Did it go back to the light?
No.
Mm-hmm. Where'd it go?
Not quite sure.
Let's follow it. I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to use the light to find what happened to that attachment. Did it go to another one? Is it in her home?
It's gone to someone else.
Okay.
She fought long enough and it got tired waiting.
Mm-hmm. Can she identify who it is that it is attached to?
No one I know.
No one. Very good. So now that we understand how big and truly large her soul is, let's find out where she's from. She wants to know the origin of her soul, her family. Let's begin to expand her soul even farther and begin to put a beacon out there, almost like a homing signal, and connect with her family. And let's begin to travel through time and space, following that beacon to where she's from, drifting and floating through time and space to find her soul family, to where she's from. Where are you?
I feel as if I'm on another planet.
Mm-hmm. Describe this planet for me.
It's very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of blue and a lot of greenery. Doesn't look like Earth.
On this planet, do you use a body there?
I don't feel I have a body here.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to just feel your way through this planet. What do you sense?
I can move so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just flying through, can go anywhere.
Are there any others of your family there?
I can't see other beings.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just seeing sort of natural formations that
Mm-hmm.
have sort of their own earth and greenery and lots of blue colours, and
What stands out
it's
the
almost
most?
like gassy. It's like,
A gassy planet?
yeah, it feels gassy.
Do you play a role on this planet?
Yeah, I help to create it and to keep its balance.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a name for this planet?
It's not coming to me.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to just use your senses and tell me how you feel on this planet.
Very light.
Mm-hmm.
I think whatever comes to my mind or my thought is instantly there. I can just create
Mm-hmm.
with a thought or an intention, really. It's not a mind or a thought, it's just an intention.
Very good.
And it all just comes to be really quickly.
So I'd like for you to just practice feeling this feeling of intention so that you could bring it into the lifetime of Sherry.
Mm.
Practice this manifestation now.
Intention and creation and balance. It's so easy up here on this planet.
How can you bring back that knowledge into this lifetime with Sherry so that she can begin to manifest?
I can send that to her.
Go ahead and send that to her.
Clarity and attention, focus, ability, belief. And you can do it. You can be a master creator. You are a master creator. Nothing can stop you. You are the divine consciousness. You've been doing this for so many eons of time. You know you have work to do. You must do the work.
What is the work that she needs to do in this incarnation?
She is a great healer. For all time past, she has been working as a healer so far, far back. She needs to access those tools, and I'll help send to her as well.
Mm-hmm.
That information needs to flow to her. She has the wish to do this, and she calls. We hear her calls.
Mm-hmm.
She's been asking. She's been asking to remember, so that she knows what it is and then what she needs to bring it to be, and we'll help her.
Can you explain who we are, the ones who help her?
We are the collective.
Mm-hmm.
We are divine consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
We are the light, the source. We're not separate. We are one.
How can she tap into this a lot easier now in the future?
She's tapped in, but she's blocked that because of that trauma that she had gone through, and several lifetimes that had helped block it.
Mm-hmm.
The work we've done today will definitely help. And she needs just to call and ask us, and we will be there.
Very good. Now, in the next few days, she's going to be meeting with other healers, other light workers.
Mm.
Have they agreed to come together?
Yes.
How does she know
This gathering, this is amazing. She's been around so long, and so have so many of them. And you, Alba, and Jill. She knew when she met Jill, she recognized Jill from times past as well. There's so many that are going to see the light in each other of contracts and agreements that have been made to come back. We're here now. Mother Earth needs us, and we're here helping. We've got a really big job to make a difference. And we couldn't have done this without you, Alba.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
So what is the reason why Sherry has been brought here today? What does she need to know?
She needs to know that no one can dumb her down or stop her from doing this great work. She needs to stay true to her heart and know who she is, and follow with that beacon of light. And she will be given the protection and the guidance and what she needs. And I know she wants it to go really, to happen soon and quickly, and she can. And she needs to be open to that, and coming to this gathering and this training has been something that we've all waited a long time for, and it's so good to see, because this will help her a lot. This is life-changing in this lifetime for her, as it will be for a lot of people who you've brought together, Alba.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very amazing, beautiful light that you carry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any message for her from her animals where she holds so much guilt?
Mm-hmm. They're okay. They still spend a lot of time around her, and they love her. And they know that she could in her humanness only do what she could do at that point, and those that have had to pass because of her, that there's nothing but love.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are with her now, they love her so very much.
Very good. Do they have a message for her?
Yes. There's Cat Simba who's coming to the family. He is downloading with her. That's not her imagination. He is giving her information that she needs, and while she thinks he's a naughty little teenager who is a trickster amongst the other cats, he is actually very grounded, and he's helping keeping her grounded. And the other cats are there also, holding a lot of loving energy and healing for her. Mm-hmm. And she gives them a lot of love and healing too. It's very reciprocal. And on the other side, they are actually really great friends. She knows this already. Mm-hmm. Why she questions it. It's really, she knows.
Very good. And in the future, when she wonders who it is that she has been connected with, she's been given the name of Marta. Is that the name, or just...
Yes, that is the name. Mm-hmm. That was the name that they chose to make it easier for her. And they are a small to medium-sized group of beings that she contracted before she came down into this. It was an agreement that they would help to channel information for her to help Gaia and Mother Earth, and to help with healing, as well as the fact that it is true that they have been with her for many lifetimes. They did save her from dying as a young child in this lifetime in a near drowning accident. And it was Martha who sat on the bench seat. It gave me direction. And there have been several occasions in my life where the collective of Martha have led me and directed me. There's a lot of love here between us.
Very good. And how does Archangel Michael assist?
Oh, she's talking to Archangel Michael all the time, every day. She talks to a lot of angels. They work with her a lot. They even help her to know which crystals to pick up, and she speaks with Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. Actually, if she could list them all, she'd be here for quite a while. There's a huge number, and there's a lot of love between them and her. She has an aspect of herself that works as an angel too, on some dimension.
Wonderful. So leaving here today, what aspect of her will be moving forward now?
A much lighter, happier person who's healing from the pains and traumas of this life, and having a wonderful change to move towards better times so that she can put that behind her and move forward and do the work she came to do.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to assist me now to take all of those traumas from the past, all of those memories where we know these were contracts, just like that man who was the warrior. And I'd like for you to find a place where we can store all of these traumas and perhaps maybe even float them out to sea. What would you like to put all of those in?
I like to put them in a big urn and burn them.
All right, let's do that.
Healing with fire.
All right, let's find a nice big urn. You can even decorate it as you wish. And let's begin to burn it. What color is that flame?
Red and orange and yellow.
Very good.
Bits of green flickering in there.
And let's take all of those traumas from the past that are no longer needed. Let's keep adding any that you've forgotten. We don't need that anymore. We'll burn those up. Those are contracts, same as that warrior who needed to feel that experience, but we no longer need to carry them in this life.
It leaves a heaviness in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's really heavy in my heart.
Let's keep burning them.
They're all coming up,
Mm-hmm.
flowing through the heart. So many.
Mm-hmm.
Many lifetimes, many, many lifetimes.
And being that the soul is so large, that urn could be as large as you can imagine. We don't need to carry all of that any longer. Let it go. And tell me when it's done.
It's done.
Very good. So I'd like for you now to just tip over that urn and allow all of those ashes to just catch that very strong wind to begin to blow the ashes away, becoming once again part of the earth, of Gaia,
Just ashes.
to be healed. Very good.
That feels good.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anything else that we need to do today? Or are we complete?
So throat chakra still.
Mm-hmm. Take a look and see what that is. What's keeping it locked in place? Take a look and see.
It's a question she has.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question about who are those eyes in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
That froze her to her core.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin seeing yourself growing once again. And with that light, you can shine that light on those eyes. Who is that? Who do those lines, those eyes belong to?
It is something extra dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very powerful, scary energy.
All right. So I'd like for you to just grow your own energy. Grow your own energy. It's only scary if you give it power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's only scary if you don't know what it is.
It can't have me.
Mm-hmm.
It wants to take me, but it can't.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to connect and find out why it is that this being is so interested in this soul.
Oh, it knows that if it had the light, access to the light and the healing energy and all the things that the love and light holds, believes it would have some power.
Mm-hmm.
But it would, with its negativity and darkness, it would drain it.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to beam some of that light at it so that it could remember its own source.
Oh, this is a big one. This one is a leader of a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it keeps a lot of souls trapped.
Mm-hmm. So as you begin to beam that light into this soul,
set them free.
It'll set them all free.
There are millions.
Mm-hmm. Where are they?
Millions.
Where are they from?
Oh.
Where are these souls from? Where do they come from? Are they from Earth?
No. I think it's on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the moon.
The moon, very good.
I think it's the moon.
All right. Shine that light even stronger. And you can shine it on all of those souls. Mm-hmm. Reminding them
this massive flow like a river of light.
Where is it flowing to?
From source to this planet, to this. It's not just a camp, it's like the whole place is just infested with this power that they've manipulated and controlled all these souls.
And now you understand your healing power. And I'd like for you to use that healing power that you've brought here.
I see myself standing halfway between with one hand up to the light and the other one pointing there. And it's flowing and flowing and flowing. I can feel all the little souls popping off back to the light with excitement and joy, and can hear the laughter and the happiness growing and growing. To get all of them. Come on, all of you, come, come, come. All of you. Even their dark forces, all of you, come on.
Tell me when it's completely cleared.
So I have to speed it up and do it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many millions. It's going fast forward, quick, quick, back to the light. Oh, now there's an empty space there. Whatever, like a vacuum.
Now nature abhors a vacuum. Which would you like to put in that
Love.
space? But love.
Needs love, lots of love, love and light. Yeah.
Very
Wow.
good. Very well done.
Wow. Oh, back to the light. Wow. Oh, that's so big. It's overwhelming.
And now that Sherry understands how powerful she truly is, what message would you like to tell her now?
You can do anything that your heart desires. So long as you stay from your heart center and work that way, it'll always be good. Never doubt yourself. And know that we're always there to help you. You're never alone. We will make sure you have the needs met and the means to do whatever it is you need to do. You have a lot of work to do, so you have to get moving. Lots of work, lots of people will come. Have no doubt the people will come. They need the healing and you will help them.
Very good. Anything else, or are we complete now?
Just need to fill my throat and my heart center with love and healing.
Very good.
Make it whole again.
And as we're filling it, begin to spin it. And expand it out.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Very good.
That's it.
Thank you. Is she done? Very good. Thank you so much. Wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Oh, those tears. It was so incredible. Wow.
I guess it was good.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh, the tears came. That power, that clearing, that dark force was so overwhelming.
Did a good job.
Wow.
Wow.
Not on my own.
Hey. So,
Wow.
did you expect anything like this?
No.
Better than you expected?
Oh, wow. Alba, you're so amazing. Thank you so much for being the catalyst, for helping me bridge that.
Couldn't have done this tango on my own.
Oh, this is true. It's a dance. A dance of light and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this something you want to share?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think there would be people out there who might resonate with some of that. So many different things.
It was wonderful.
That was.
So how long do you think that you were on this journey? What did it feel like to you?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was an hour and 25 minutes.
Wow. That was, went in a blink.
So do you feel you were hypnotized?
No, it didn't feel
What
like
did it feel
I was
like?
hypnotized.
What did it feel like?
Felt like traveling in your dream and looking back. Just like...
More like daydreaming.
Yeah, daydreaming and having a look and coming back, even like how you think, your thoughts.
So this is an experience. You've had hypnosis sessions before.
Yes, I have.
Were the other ones similar to this?
Never as good. So
What was the difference?
So clear and went straight to each point. Just accessed everything so well.
Good.
It's really
so I'm
fabulous.
glad you got something out of this.
Oh, amazing.
And right now we are in Queenstown, New Zealand. How far did you travel for this?
From Sydney.
Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
And this week is going to be an exciting week.
It is.
We have a gathering happening in a couple of days, and you're going to be trained to be a hypnotist yourself.
Yes.
You excited about
Exciting.
this?
Can't wait.
So now we've cleared all of the spider webs from your mind, and we'll be able to access that information.
That's right.
Did it make sense?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes,
so would you
good.
recommend this to other people?
100%, 200%.
Yeah. And I can feel you still buzzing.
I am buzzing. I can feel it.
Like shaking.
Most amazing. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Particularly that last little bit, accessing
That
part
divine,
that you don't believe you have inside yourself, because we forget who
that
you
divine
really are.
consciousness.
And then seeing it work and pull so many people back, the tears started to run, and I couldn't stop it. It wasn't an emotion that I felt in my solar plexus. I felt it in my heart, and it was just flowing and flowing, and I couldn't stop it. It was just amazing.
So it's really amazing how these two eyes that you were so afraid of were holding all of these souls.
Oh, that was scary.
Right?
I felt it in my being.
Yeah. But then as I grew you up, you saw your true potential.
Thank goodness for you.
Yeah, well, we all have that.
Souls and I are
we all
very
have
happy.
that. Yeah, we all have that potential. We think that we're this small, but we're really huge. And once we step into that power, we can do anything.
Yeah, that's
what you have to remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I've just remembered. And I'm so happy. Thank you, Alba.
You're welcome. So you'll be able to do some of the hypnosis for people in Sydney in the future?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
And go to Alba, because she is the best. She knows what she's doing, and she will help you to access whatever you need to do. Seriously, really, really tops.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And in order for you to get a session, you need to sign up for my newsletter.
And win a lottery.
Kind of.
It's like a lottery ticket. You got to be really...
You have to be on it. I send out a newsletter about once a month. When the newsletter comes out, it goes out to everybody, and there's a lot of people on my mailing list. There's only going to be a few sessions available, because I only schedule about 2 months out. Okay, like 3 months from now, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. So I only schedule 2 months out, and whoever gets that session gets a session. I could be anywhere in the world. Right now, we are in New Zealand, and you came all the way from Australia for that. So I could be anywhere, and I hope to see you there. If I don't see you at a session, come to one of my gatherings. These are events that I hold, places where I go. And this is to bring all these light workers together. All of you who are watching me out there and have something in common, you can get together and you could feel that energy. Yes. So if you're called to go somewhere, go.
And follow your intuition. That's what I did. It woke me at 4:20 in the morning to say, check your emails. Alba's email was there, and I had minutes.
Probably seconds.
Seconds, that's right. So if it wakes you in the middle of the night, listen to it.
Yes, definitely.
It's well worth it.
So I want to thank you for watching, and I hope I get to meet you sometime soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
you so much. That's beautiful.